Hi, Tavis here. Coming to you from the snowy Pennsylvania hiking trails. We've got about 4 or 5 inches of snow today. Not many people are out, so I can record from the main trail today. Today, we're going back to AEIO equals U, right? Action, education, investment, outreach. Combine these 4 pillars to come up with a more successful you. I promise it'll work for you. Today, we're going to talk about mutual funds. So yesterday we talked about opening investment accounts. Today we're going to talk about what to do with those accounts. You need to put something into those accounts, some kind of fund that you're going to put funds into. You're going to fund your fund, right? So I have 8 different funds in 4 different categories. First one I think everyone should have is an S&P 500 fund. This is an index fund. If you buy this fund, you own all 500 companies in the S&P 500, which is the top 500 companies in America. A good fund for this is called VOO. If you know your Roman numerals, V is 5, OO is like 00, so 500. So VOO, Vanguard S&P 500 Mutual Fund, VOO. I have a Schwab one. I have SWPPX. I have a Schwab account and a Vanguard account. I don't have VOO. I have SWPPX, which is a Schwab 500 index, same as Vanguard. Same stocks to own, same companies to own, just a different name for the same fund. Next, I have a tech fund. I think everyone should own a tech fund. Tech has been the best use of your resources lately in the last few years. I think it will continue that way with the AI boom. So I have 2 tech funds for you. I have QQQ, which is a tech fund that has all the biggest tech companies, and also VGT, which is another Vanguard fund. I like the Vanguard funds. I own VGT in my Schwab account, and I own VGT in my Vanguard account. I don't know why. I just do. So there's our second set of funds. So there's 4 different funds you can invest in. The next group of funds is to invest outside of America, outside the USA. So there's a fund, a Vanguard fund called VXUS, which is all the top companies outside of America, VXUS. And then there's another one, a Schwab one called SWISX. SWISX. These are 2, it's like the S&P 500, but for foreign companies. So it's good to diversify outside of America into other countries as well. These are 2 good funds to diversify your account. The last group of funds I have are dividend funds. If you're young, you probably don't need a lot of dividend funds, but as you get older, dividend funds are nice to have income. I think the best dividend fund right now is one called SCHD. It's a Schwab dividend fund. It pays 3.8%. So if you put $1 million into this fund, you'll get $38,000 a year in income, and you'll get growth of the stock market from the assets, from the fund that's invested in stocks. So it's kind of a double whammy. You get the dividend income and you get the growth side. The Vanguard Dividend Fund, VDIGX, is like this, but it pays a lot less. It's like a 1.5% yield. So $1 million gives you $15,000 a year income. Not really worth it. So I would go with the SCHD at the 3.8% yield if you're looking for income. If you want to own dividend funds and roll the dividends over to get new shares, right? Reinvest the dividends rather than take them. Don't do it in your brokerage account because you'll pay taxes on those dividends every year. Do it in your retirement account. You won't pay taxes on those dividends every year. It's a bonus tip for you. So there's 4 categories of mutual funds, 8 different mutual funds. So when you call HR to open your 401k, they say, what do you want to do with the money? Say, I want to put it in VOO, I want to put it in VGT, or any of these other funds. The only problem with these funds, Vanguard funds, is to start a Vanguard fund, you need a minimum of $3,000 to start the fund. If If you do it through your 401k, through work, I don't think that's a requirement. I think you can do it without the minimum $3,000. I think you can just buy it right away. But you have to check with your human resources to see how they work that. But if you do it on your own, if you open a Vanguard account and you want to buy VOO, for example, it's a $3,000 minimum buy-in. After the initial $3,000, though, you can buy any amount. You can put any amount. You can put $50 a month in, $25 a month. It doesn't matter. But the initial Vanguard account for every fund is usually $3,000. I hope that helps. I hope you're working on your action, your education, your investment, and your outreach, which is like networking, right? You got to make friends with people. You got to meet different people. If you do all these things, I promise you your life will be successful. Have a good day. Hopefully I can make it back. Hopefully I can drive home on these snowy roads. Bye.